You look like you need a hug. I understand. A solo queue is hard sometimes. Maybe join a guild.
Get off my lawn.
And a beautifully manicured lawn it is.
Watching you fight is like watching a fish attempt to jog up a mountain.
That's quite specific.
Play!
No, my friend.
Now time to bleed!
So salty.
Welcome to the Vainglory Hero Spotlight, featuring Lorelai. Lorelai is a happy sea creature who enjoys her simple life of piranha dancing and clam gossip. Once every 1,000 years, she follows Adagio's song to the surface and brings him a dragon egg in exchange for a hearty orange. But one day, the Storm Queen sings Adagio's song and takes several eggs away. Only then does Lorelai discover that the dragons are being used to destroy the race of men. Now, aware of the truth and her complicity, Lorelai is determined to make up for releasing widespread destruction upon the world. Lorelai is a hero who controls the ebb and flow of team fights, and it all revolves around her heroic perk, That's Swell. Whenever she casts one of her abilities, it creates a water source on the battlefield for a few seconds. Standing in the water empowers Lorelai, passively granting her bonus crystal power. The next ability that she casts while in water will gain an additional effect and consume the water source. Her basic attacks also deal bonus crystal damage, and that damage scales with her overall crystal power. Lorelai's first ability, Fish Food, targets a location and after a brief delay, summons her pet clam to stun all nearby enemies. Afterward, a pool of piranhas will persist and deal damage over time to enemies inside. If Fish Food is cast while standing in a water source, the clam will snap shut and stun sooner. Lorelai's Splashdown throws a spear of water at a target location, creating a pool after a brief delay. Allied heroes that move through the pool are sped up, while enemy heroes are slowed down. If Splashdown is cast while standing in a water source, the pool is created much sooner. Lorelai's ultimate, Water Wall, forms a protective bubble around an allied hero or herself that grants a large barrier. Once the barrier expires, a splashdown water source will appear underneath the hero, allowing for a quick speed boost to either flee or chase down enemies. Additionally, upon casting the ultimate, her target is cleansed of all movement impairing effects. If Water Wall is cast while standing in a water source, the barrier that she grants will be bigger and the protection greater. Consuming water sources to empower Lorelai's abilities is advantageous, but sometimes it's best to wait. Standing in a water pool grants a huge amount of crystal power, and that also translates into additional damage on her basic attacks. If you have a Fish Food water source out, those hungry piranhas will deal extra damage as long as Lorelai is splashing about. Smart use of the water sources to empower Lorelai's abilities is absolutely critical to turning the tides of battle. Here, the enemy team engages onto the Rhine. Lorelai swims to her ally's aid and casts a Fish Food before following it up with a Splashdown. The combination of the slowing field and the damaging pool make it difficult for the enemy heroes to finish off Rhine, and soon, those little fishies make quick work of the rebooting Alpha. Then, with her team in pursuit of the Arden, she jumps into the water source to cast a quick Splashdown to speed up her allies. When she reaches the edge of her new water source, she uses an empowered Fish Food to deliver a stun, allowing her team to catch up and send Arden to his watery grave. Lorelai is great at shaping the battlefield to her advantage and limiting the enemy's movements. In this clip, Lorelai manages to catch Adagio out of position. The enemy Arden and Jewel rush to his aid, but this Naga has different plans for them. Once Jewel uses her Rocket Leap, Lorelai uses her Fish Food and Splashdown combo to stop Jewel in her tracks, cutting her off from the rest of the team. Then, Lorelai puts a second Fish Food down, blocking any kind of escape. With Jewel stuck between a rock and a hungry pool of piranhas, she quickly falls to the Naga Dragon duo, and Lorelai's team gets to clean up the rest of the fight. Thanks for watching the Lorelai Hero Spotlight. Next, discover her backstory filled with dragons and a familiar face. See you next time.